We'll call to order the scheduled meeting of the Eastpointe City Council on Monday, November the 9th, 2015 at 7 p.m. Please rise for the invocation given by Phil Guastella. Remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Dear God, we thank you for the many blessings you have given us. For those of us leaving the council table, we thank you for the opportunity to serve our community and for guiding us through some very difficult decisions. For those joining our city council and for those continuing to serve, please watch over them and grant them the wisdom, courage, and compassion to make decisions that are in the best interest of all of the residents of Eastpointe. It is in your name we pray. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The first order of the business tonight is something very special. We have a proclamation for a Beatrice Louise Singleton, who turns 100 years old. So, Mr. Guastella, as your last duty as Mayor Pro Tem, how would you like to read this into the minutes?
Oh, it never ends, does it? Whereas Ms. Beatrice Louise Singleton was born in Kosciuszko, Mississippi on December 7th, 1915, and whereas Ms. Singleton met and married her husband, Willie J. Singleton, in Cleveland, Mississippi, and to this union 6 children were born, 5 boys, Kwame, Charles, Levelle, George, and Henry, and 1 girl, Helen. And whereas Ms. Singleton moved to Michigan in 1942 and resided in Detroit until moving to Eastpointe in 2010, where she currently resides with her daughter. And whereas Ms. Singleton was employed by the Alien Linen Company for over 10 years until she retired in 1971. And whereas Ms. Singleton became very involved with taking care of herself physically by working out regularly, therefore, she joined and was a member of Living Well Ladies, U.S. Fitness, for over 35 years. And whereas Ms. Singleton attended East Lake Baptist Church and was very active in her church by singing in the senior choir, participating on the Mothers Board and the Willing Workers, and later she joined Galilee Baptist Church. And whereas Ms. Singleton, at the tender age of 100, still loves to shop, but online now, eat good food, read her Bible, and loves her favorite stories, Days of Our Lives, Dancing with the Stars, and The Voice. And whereas Ms. Singleton is a mother, a grandmother, a great-grandmother, and a great-great-grandmother, still loving, laughing, enjoying life with family and friends. Now therefore, the Mayor and City Council for the City of Eastpointe do hereby proclaim that Beatrice Louise Singleton's 100th birthday shall be enjoyed and celebrated by one and all, and further encourage those in the community to join with us in this momentous and important celebration. And finally, on behalf of our community, we wish Ms. Singleton a most happy birthday.
Thank you. We wish her the best, and we will send this to her. I'm sure she's watching right now. Please call the roll.
Councilperson DeMonico?
Here.
Councilperson Costello?
Here.
Councilperson Kleinfeld?
Here.
Councilperson LaForest?
Here.
Mayor Pixley?
Here. And with that, we'll open up to the first hearing of the public. Does anyone wish to be heard? Does anyone wish to be heard? Ms. Kleinfeld.
Thank you, Mayor. First, I'd like to speak to Ron as an outgoing council member. We never served together, but through the years, you and I have become good friends, and I'm really appreciative of that. And I know that you have exciting new chapters going on in your life, and you have a lot that you're looking forward to. I just want to thank you for your service and dedication to the city, and good luck in the future.
Thank you.
Phil, I knew very early on, after you joined us on council, that You were a rare entity, not just with the honesty, integrity, because I think most people on council up here have that, but with the demeanor in which you conduct yourself. And I frequently would say to myself, I wish I could do things the way that Phil does. You know, I'm a little bit known to be a hothead sometimes. So you have been such an inspiration to me as a public official. I think will be sorely missed in the city of Eastpointe. And through the years, you and I have become really good friends. And you and Sandy have become good friends with me and Randy. Since Randy doesn't have a whole lot of friends, that's an accomplishment. Eastpointe, I think I'm sad to see you go. You know that I wanted you to continue to serve. I think you are a huge asset to the city of Eastpointe, but I know that we are friends for life, and I'm very appreciative of that, and I'm looking forward to continuing that friendship in the future. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Does anyone else wish to be heard? Ms. Richardson?
So Veronica said all the nice, mushy stuff. I want to say to Ron and Phil, life after council is really, really nice. You have free time. You can do things other than meetings, and you know, and at a certain point, you will stop being recognized at the grocery store. Hasn't happened yet for me, but you know, someday, you know, you'll actually have a grocery store trip where you don't have to explain the policies of the city. So I congratulate you both, and I know you guys are really going to like it. So.
Thank you.
Thank you, Wendy.
Thank you. Does anyone else wish to be heard? Does anyone wish to be heard at this time? All right. Seeing none, the first hearing of the public is closed. Move to approval of the minutes. We have 3 special meetings that were related to show cause hearings, so perhaps we can group those together. Can we have a motion to approve those?
Madam Mayor, I'll make a motion to approve the special meetings of September 29th, October 6th, and October 20th.
Do we have support?
Support.
Please call the roll.
I have two minor amendments to those. On the first one, we say Monday, September 29th, just needs to change to Tuesday. On the first page is September 29th. Then October 6th, in the court reporter's minutes, on page 17, it refers to me in the minutes, but it should be, let's see if I get to page 17 here. Oh, they're all separate. It's for the one with Mr. Dabrowski. It says DeMonico instead of Dabrowski for the minutes. So we just need to switch,
So
that would
how
be.
about if we separate it?
All right.
And then the other one would have to go back and be checked with a recording? Mr. Albright, what do you think?
I think that those changes could be made under the circumstance.
Okay. All right, so the other one was on the second case? The other change?
Yes, that would have been October 6th. I have page 17 I didn't mark, which I think that would be the Boulder house then here, yes. Yes, page 17 should be Dabrowski instead of DeMonico.
Where it says, because Cardy makes the motion, and it says his motion would
Okay.
be to give Mr. Dabrowski instead of, it's written as DeMonico. So I'll amend my motion with those corrections.
Support.
Anything else? Please call the roll.
Councilperson Costello?
Yes.
Councilperson LaForest?
Yes.
Councilperson Kleinfeld?
Yes.
Mayor Pixley?
Yes.
Councilperson DeMonico?
Yes.
Item D is the regular meeting of October the 20th, 2015.
Madam Mayor, I'll make the motion to approve the minutes of the regular meeting of October 20th, 2015.
Do we have support?
Support.
Any corrections?
Not this time.
Please call the roll.
Councilperson Costello.
Yes.
Councilperson LaForest.
Yes.
Councilperson Kleinfeld.
Yes.
Mayor Pixley.
Yes.
Councilperson DeMonico.
Abstain.
And the next item is a special meeting of November the 5th.
Madam Mayor, I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of the special meeting of November 5th, 2015.
Do we have support?
Support.
Please call the roll.
Councilperson Costello.
Yes.
Councilperson Kleinfeld.
Yes.
Councilperson LaForest. Mayor Pixley.
Yes.
Councilperson DeMonico.
Yes.
Moving on to unfinished business, under item 5, we just have one second reading and the adoption of ordinance 1127, which amends Chapter 8 of the animal ordinance. Do we have a motion to approve?
I'll motion to give second reading to and adopt ordinance number 1127, which amends Chapter 8 Animals by creating a new Article 1, Section 8-9H, Violations Penalties, with the following amendment to Section 8-9H, which Mr. Albright mentioned before, that first of second should be changed to first or second.
Support.
Support. Any other changes, comments? Please call the roll.
Councilperson Kleinfeld.
Yes.
Councilperson Costello.
Yes.
Mayor Pixley.
Yes.
Councilperson DeMonico.
Yes.
Councilperson LaForest.
Yes.
Moving on to reports from administration, we'll start with our city manager, Mr. Duchesne.
This is a first item of business I want to say is this is a plea for applicants for the Property Maintenance and Construction Board of Appeals. We are seeking qualified applicants. 3 must have a specific background. 1 is a background in construction, as in a licensed builder, architect, a professional architect, engineer, professional engineer, or trades that would have certification or license. This board only meets on rare occasions when an application for appeal is submitted. Now, to make it even more attractive, the board is not paid for their participation. Interested applicants should send a letter of interest to the city manager with some information regarding their qualifications and experience. So, you know any of these people in the community that meet the other criteria to be on a board or commission, please let us know where they live, and we'll recruit them from there.
They have to live here, or does their business have to be here?
They are board and commission members, so they have to be residents of the community.
Okay. Anything else?
The only other thing I have to say is, again, 2 people are leaving tonight that I've worked closely with, and it's been a real pleasure. You have been models of public service, and all those who work in this business appreciate your concerns for the community. And Phil, I really will say, I have enjoyed our discussions considerably over policy and implementation of those things, but always with a particular perspective that you are a resident first. And that has been a tremendous help to this administration, and we will, I keep saying we're going to miss you, but it's not like we don't know where you live either. So we will look forward to our future conversations, but appreciate very much having worked with you. And Ron, from the first day you walked in, your enthusiasm and optimism about the community and things that we could be doing, we did our best to beat those down as quickly as possible. Despite that, you continued on, and you found ways to always make me laugh, and certainly to be entertained, but also to do it with a spirit that you were concerned about your community first and wanted to make a difference, and I always appreciate that. And again, we say goodbye in a role tonight, but taking on a different role, we don't say goodbye. This administration appreciates your work, insistence, and public service. Thank you both.
And we do have a little ceremony planned for the first week of December, so hopefully you'll both be in town and come back for that. All right, any questions for the city manager today? All right, let's move on to our finance director.
Yes, Madam Mayor and Council, I have nothing to report this evening, but if there's any questions, I can take them.
I had one quick question.
Okay?
In general, well, I probably should take back quick, I think. It might not be too quick. What is, in general, so a couple meetings ago, we purchased a Dodge Charger. You know, we approved the purchase of a Dodge Charger, and then we have on the agenda today the F-250. What is the typical how does this typically work, all the different steps? You know, we approve it, buy it, get it, like, what is the typical process?
It depends on the vehicle. Normally, it is approved, the order goes in. Sometimes there are vehicles in stock, and it's just a matter of getting them delivered. Other times, it actually has to be built. Normally, they have to be built. So by the time you approve it, it's going to take, that 8 weeks or so to get built and delivered. Occasionally, we find one that's somebody ordered and then rejected, and it becomes available and we get them quicker. But
When did we receive the 2015 Dodge Charger?
it was in September. I don't have the exact date.
So approval of it was on our October 6th agenda, though. So how did we receive it before
Wrong
we
receipt.
approved it?
You had me pull that one today. It would have been delivered in October. You are correct. But it was 2015, so it would have been one that was in stock. Obviously, they've stopped building 2015s at that point. So it would have been one that was in stock. As soon as it was approved, the order went in, and it turned around fairly quick.
So, well, what would we have received in September then, you're saying?
I just had the date wrong on the, I had just looked at it probably 3 hours ago, just
Okay.
9, 10, I'm only a finance guy.
Okay.
Close.
Okay, so, yeah, typically we'd approve it, probably send it off to then the state bid or county bid.
Correct.
They drive it
Well,
over
if-
to us,
if-
however that happens.
If they're under state contract, we have multiple contracts. We have Macomb County contract, a Oakland County contract vehicles, and then a state contract, purchase contract. Sometimes, depending on, as Randy said, their availability, meeting our requirements, that turnaround can be very quick. Other times, because of if you're earlier in the production year, they may not be yet available under any of the contracts. So kind of shops around as a purchasing practice to see what is available, meeting all the specifications. So you'll see them delivered either quicker or slower based on their availability.
Okay.
An example of that was the Charger. They originally wanted a Tahoe, but the state police had taken all the 2015 Tahoes and there was none available. So they had to stick with the Charger, which was still available.
Okay, thank you.
Anything else? And let's move on to our city attorney, Mr. Albright.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, members of council. I only had one item for this evening. As the city knows, the city was successful in defending on that appeal involving the Colonial Dodge. Thereafter, the Court of Appeals granted our motion for damages and remanded the case back to the Circuit Court for an evidentiary hearing. That evidentiary hearing is going to take place this Thursday, and we will be asking for all costs that have been incurred in defending on the appeal. So I anticipate the judge should be granting our full request.
Who does it go before?
Judge Viviano.
Any questions for Mr. Albright?
Thank you.
Let's move on to new business, and the first item is the approval of the massage therapy business license for Bella Touch Massage on 10 Mile. We have a motion?
Madam Mayor, I will motion to approve the massage therapy business license for Bella Touch Massage located at 16583 10 Mile Road due to the fact that the business meets all requirements of Chapter 12, Section 6 of the City of Eastpointe Codified Ordinances for a massage therapy business license.
Support.
Move and support. Any comments? Please call the roll.
Councilperson DeMonico?
Yes.
Councilperson Kleinfeld?
Yes.
Councilperson Costello?
Yes.
Councilperson LaForest?
Yes.
Mayor Pixley?
Yes. Item B is the approval to purchase one 2016 Ford F-250 utility vehicle.
Madam Mayor, I'll make a motion to waive competitive bidding requirements due to no advantage to the city and approve the purchase of one 2016 Ford F-250 utility vehicle from Signature Ford out of Owasso, Michigan, in the amount of $29,844, and authorize the city manager to execute all documents related to this purchase.
Do we have support?
Support.
So I've got one question. For For these bids, I pulled up the Macomb County bid online, and I did not see, there's 6 different F-250s. One of them more expensive than the price we have here, the $29,844, but then the other 5 are cheaper. Which one, can you pick one of these and we add on? How come I was assuming that the price would match up exactly to what's on the bid? Not, so I was wondering how it is off of the county bid.
There are options in some of the bids, particularly, I don't know, Director McNeilus, do you recall the spec sheet on that particular vehicle?
As I recall, we added some options that would make the price not be exact. So we always specialize the vehicles to some things we may want, so it won't be the exact amount that's specified in the bid after we order the options on it.
Okay. Thank you.
Do you have a motion?
Please call the roll.
Councilperson LaForest?
Yes.
Councilperson Costello?
Yes.
Councilperson Kleinfeld?
Yes.
Mayor Pixley?
Yes.
Councilperson DeMonico?
Yes.
We have one other item under new business, and that is the approval to purchase one thermal imaging camera. We have a motion.
Madam Mayor, I'll make a motion to approve the purchase of one MSA Evolution 6000 basic thermal imaging camera for the fire department in the amount of $9,753 and authorize the city manager to execute all necessary documents related to this purchase.
Support.
Move and support. Any comments, questions? I did have one question. The fire department currently has 3, and we're replacing 1, and the other 2 are aged. Is there plans then to replace the other 2 in the next year's budget, or?
John, go ahead, take it.
Yes, we'll, upon approval of the budget, we'll order the next, and to replace the next 2 thermal imagers.
Okay. All right, please call the roll.
Councilperson Costello?
Yes.
Councilperson LaForest?
Yes.
Councilperson Kleinfeld?
Yes.
Mayor Pixley?
Yes.
Councilperson DeMonico?
Yes.
Item 8 is payroll and bills.
Madam Mayor, I'll make a motion to pay the bills in the amount of $5,913,008.05.
Support.
Move and support. Any questions on any of these?
Too bad, Ron, that's not our going away fund.
Yeah, right.
Please call the roll.
Councilperson Costello?
Yes.
Councilperson DeMonico?
Yes.
Councilperson LaForest?
Yes.
Mayor Pixley?
Yes.
Councilperson Kleinfeld?
Yes.
Move on to the second hearing of the public. Does anyone wish to be heard at this time? Anyone wish to be heard? Seeing none, the second hearing of the public is closed. Move on to mayor and council reports. We'll start with Mr. Kleinfeld.
I just want to say it's been a pleasure working with both of you, Ron and Phil. I know we haven't seen the last of you, and I might, be giving you a call when I need some advice, so,
We'll be here for you.
yeah.
Thanks, Mike.
Mr. DeMonico.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Yes, it's been a pleasure working with you, Ron, Phil, and I will also keep you on speed dial. And that's all I have, Madam Mayor.
It's been a pleasure working with all of you. And we'll move on to Mr. Grisella, because I'm sure you have a lot to say tonight in your very last thing.
I have just a few things. First off, over at the library. The library will be closed this Wednesday because it is Veterans Day, so take a moment to honor the veterans and what they've done for us and for what we have. They'll also be closed, obviously, on Thursday and Friday for the Thanksgiving holiday. Tomorrow, it's still not too late, I don't think, to get over to the library at 6 o'clock. Fran Salvatore of Pamela's Catering will be there. She'll be sharing her recipes and making appetizers, 6 o'clock over at the library. Excuse me. And the Friends are having a sale on Monday, November 16th. It's a Monday from 2 to 7. It says on here they're going to have tutus, attic treasures, quilts, ornaments, candles, and jewelry. So stop by the library on Monday, November the 16th. The senior holiday party is a sellout, but there is a waiting list. So if you're still, want to get on the waiting list, that party is on December 18th at Eastpointe Manor. But contact the senior center and get on that waiting list for that party. I know I overlooked too many people that I needed to thank after our last council meeting, and there are a few people that I did want to acknowledge tonight. One, I'd like to start by acknowledging Kevin Bunch from the East Sider. As somebody who has a journalism background and who understands what it takes to get an article in print and get it done right, and pretty much that's all that a public figure can hope for, is that what is written is accurate. And I can, excuse me, I can honestly say that we have been very fortunate to have Kevin on the beat, because he has been a wonderful reporter in getting things accurate. And so Kevin, thank you for that, appreciate it. Mary Van Haren, she's not here tonight, but I'll tell you what, I lost track of the total number of hats that woman wears these days, but I wanted to thank her for wearing all of them. Judge Carl Gerds, good to see you tonight. Thank you for the stability and professionalism you have given the 38th District Court. The city of Eastpointe is lucky to have you at the gavel. Tony Pry from the DPW. I'm really disappointed he's not here tonight. And, you know, can you dock him for not showing up at the last meeting, please?
Say so, sir.
Because I have.
Working on that parking lot.
Yeah, there you go. He better be. Because I have totally enjoyed the repartee that we've had here in the council chambers, but I also appreciate the work that Tony has done on behalf of the city. Being on the front lines is never easy, and with all of the projects that we have undertaken as a city these past several years, I'm starting to believe that Tony, more of our residents know Tony by first name than they know us by first name. He's done a great job, and I thank him for that. Mayor Pixley, congratulations on your reelection. I am confident you will never forget where we were and how far we've come, and you will continue to take us down that same road that we've been on for the last several years, and that you will continue to represent the city of Eastpointe very well, and I thank you for that. Councilman Kleinfeld, congratulations on your election. We had to sweat that one out, and I know you'll do a great job for the city, so congratulations. Councilman DeMonico, it's only been a year and change at the table, but keep up the good work. It's been a good year.
Thank you.
Councilman LaForest, we've had 4 years, and we've accomplished a lot on behalf of the city during this time. We were able to complete the fiscal stability of Eastpointe, and it is something that we should be forever proud of. And we've had a few laughs along the way. I wish you nothing but the best in your future endeavors, and it's been a joy. It really has. And to the residents of Eastpointe, I say thank you. Thanks for the kind words, and also for the not-so-kind words. In both cases, there was something on your mind, and you wanted and deserved an answer. I tried my best to give answers, though they may not have been the one you were looking for. Thank you for allowing me the privilege to sit at this council table for the past 6.5 years. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. LaForest.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. 24th Annual Deck the Halls is this Wednesday. It's always a lot of fun. I still think there are a few tickets available, so if you have the opportunity, get over to the Chamber of Commerce and get your ticket. It is a great time. I'm fortunate this year that I am not a worker. I am actually going just as a guest, so I'm really excited. And, okay, so tonight, after 4 years, I leave my position as your councilman. I'm very humbled and very honored to have served with my colleagues and served our constituents during its tumultuous times of tough decisions and financial woes. You have secured Eastpointe's future for what I hope will be a revival of a great city that has the potential to redefine itself and reinvigorate a promising future. It has been a pleasure to work with so many that are dedicated to our great little city. I'd like to give a lot of special shout-outs. I'd like to thank administration, Linda Lentz, Lori Hicks, Joyce Vincent, all of the staff here, our city manager, assistant city manager, and financial director, Steve Duchesne, Randy Altimus, and Randy Blum. Our city manager, thanks for taking the time to return my calls as quick as you did. Rich Albright, you've been a great friend. Like to give a special thanks to, our fire and police department, our public safety, who work so hard to keep us safe in the city. To Tony Pry and the DPW crew, the guys and gals over there, they've done a lot of work for our city, and the infrastructure has just been phenomenal. They work so hard. To the 38 district courts, Judge Gerds, and court administrators and staff, they've always been so professional and so courteous. The list is getting longer. I'd like to thank the Planning Commission, the commissioners on the Planning Commissioners and the Senior Housing, Mary Van Haren, of course. I'd like to thank the Clerk's Office, the Election Department, the Finance Department, Assessment Department, Planning Department, and Code Enforcers. I'd like to thank my good friend, County Commissioner Veronica Kleinfeld, who's always kept me on the straight and narrow and has just been so supportive and has told me when I was wrong and when I was right. And oftentimes we would bump heads together, but at the end of our conversation, we were always good friends, and we will always continue to be friends after that. I'd like to acknowledge past council members, Wendy Richardson. It was a pleasure to serve with her, as well as you, Mr. Gastella. And the short time that I've had to work with Michael Kleinfeld has been enjoyable, and as well as Cardi DeMonico. I wish the current mayor much success in the future, as well as our new council members coming on, Sarah and John. I think you're going to do some amazing things here. With that being said, again, I'd like to thank you for the opportunity that you have given me. We are Eastpointe strong. We always will be Eastpointe strong, and just keep remembering that there is unity in the community. Thank you very much.
And, very good. I really don't know what it's going to be like without the two of you on the side by side. You've been Phil, from the very time I remember, Veronica probably remembers when we interviewed Phil by telephone in a conference room. And we were so envious. So you were in Florida and we were up here in some really cold weather. But it's been a fantastic time working with you, and we will absolutely miss you, miss you, miss you. For all the words, every time that we thought we had a decision, then you'd look and you'd say, okay, I have to ask this. So it was always a great time. And I'm not going to talk very much about the two of you leaving, because we planned a little ceremony and we have a little plaque, even though it's money, but you have all put in time, so we will be doing something. And we hope to do that the first week of December. So I hope that you're not back in Florida somewhere along the way. And Ron, we're going to be looking forward to you coming back as well. And I get to work tomorrow night or Wednesday night at the auction. So come by, buy something, will you? But we will absolutely miss your enthusiasm and your involvement within the community. And I want to say a lot more, but I will say it at the next meeting in December, so we'll miss you.
Ron, I guess we can only hope that our eulogies will be this good.
Yeah.
You don't know.
And then Mayor and comments, I would like to thank the new council as well. This past Saturday, we went to an MML meeting for newly elected officials. And all I can say to the two of you sitting on both sides, I wish we had been able to do that long time ago, because it really provided a great deal of information that it would have been really a great benefit to have. So I can't talk too long, but I want to wish you all the best. And we will move on to the next meeting in December, and we have this little plaque for you all. All right, and with that, I'll entertain a motion for adjournment. We have coffee and some milk and some cookery, or not milk, but coffee and water over there, and some cookies, and
Well, in that case, so moved.
Support.
please call the roll.
Councilperson Costello.
Yes.
Councilperson LaForest.
Yes.
Mayor Pixley.
Yes.
Councilperson DeMonico.
Yes.
Councilperson Kleinfeld.
Yes.
We'll call to order the organizational business meeting of the Eastpointe City Council on Monday, November the 9th, 2015. Our first item on the agenda is to give the oath of office administered by Judge Carl Gerds to the newly elected officials. So that would include Mayor-elect Pixley, Councilman Kleinfeld, Councilwoman Sarah Lucido, and Councilman John Marion. So if we can come down to the front.
We'll do them one at a time. Or you can all come down. Come on down.
Well, we can all come down, you can do them one at a time.
Absolutely, absolutely. We're gonna stand right out here because we don't want you to get in the camera. There you go. We'll start with the mayor. We'll start with the mayor. We have to start with the mayor. We ready here? Okay, Madam Mayor, congratulations on another term. I'd ask that you please raise your right hand for me, and I want you to repeat after me. I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
and the Charter and ordinances
and the Charter and ordinances
of the City of Eastpointe,
of the City of Eastpointe,
and to endeavor to secure
and to endeavor to secure
and maintain an honest
and maintain an honest
and efficient administration
and efficient administration
of the affairs of the City of Eastpointe,
of the affairs of the City of Eastpointe,
free from partisan distinction
free from partisan distinction
or control,
or control,
and to perform the duties of mayor
and to perform the duties of mayor
for the City of Eastpointe
for the City of Eastpointe
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations. And, well, we'll do Michael next here, okay? I got Michael. Congratulations, Mike. You ready for this? I want you to raise your right hand. I want you to repeat after me. I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States,
of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
and the Charter and ordinances of the City of Eastpointe,
and the Charter and ordinances of the City of Eastpointe,
and to endeavor to secure
and to endeavor to secure
and maintain an honest
and maintain an honest
and efficient administration
and efficient administration
of the affairs of the City of Eastpointe,
of the affairs of the City of Eastpointe,
free from partisan distinction
free from partisan distinction
or control,
or control,
and to perform the duties
and to perform the duties
of councilman for the City of Eastpointe
of councilman for the City of Eastpointe,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations, Michael. Congratulations. I want you to raise your right hand. I want you to repeat after me. I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States,
of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
and the Charter and ordinances of the City of Eastpointe,
the Charter and the ordinance of the City of Eastpointe,
and to endeavor to secure
and to endeavor to secure
and maintain an honest
and to maintain an honest
and efficient administration
and efficient administration
of the affairs of the City of Eastpointe,
of the affairs of the City of Eastpointe,
free from partisan distinction
free from partisan distinction
or control,
or control,
and to perform the duties
and to perform the duties
of councilwoman for the City of Eastpointe
of councilwoman of the City of Eastpointe,
according to the best of my abilities.
according to the best of my abilities.
Congratulations. I'd like you to raise your right hand, please. I want you to repeat after me. I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I support the Constitution
of the United States,
of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
and the Charter and ordinances
the Charter and ordinances
of the City of Eastpointe,
of the City of Eastpointe,
and to endeavor to secure
and to endeavor to secure
and maintain an honest
and to maintain an honest
and efficient administration
and efficient administration
of the affairs of the City of Eastpointe,
of affairs of the City of Eastpointe,
free from partisan distinction
free from partisan distinction
or control,
or control,
and to perform the duties
and to perform the duties
of councilman for the City of Eastpointe
of councilman for the City of Eastpointe,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations. Yeah, you want to do one?
Come down also. In the center, of course.
There you go. You got them all.
Here's our administrator. Let's bring him down.
We might get you in the picture, so if they, we're using it as a dartboard, we got one more.
Thank you very much.
See you, Judge.
Ready?
Please call the roll.
Councilperson DeMonico?
Here.
Councilperson Lucido?
Here.
Councilperson Kleinfeld?
Here.
Councilperson Marion?
Here.
Mayor Pixley?
Here. With that, we'll move to the first hearing of the public. Does anyone wish to be heard at this time? Does anyone? Ms. Kleinfeld?
Thank you, Mayor. Well, first of all, I would like to congratulate everybody on their election or re-election. Sarah, you and I don't know each other very well, but I do know that you're coming into this with the right heart and the right frame of mind, and I know that you're going to do a fantastic job. John, we've known each other for years, and I believe that your experience with the AYSO board and the rec commission that we served on together, as well as RARE, all of those experiences leave you very well equipped to do this job. So I'm very confident having you at the table.
Thank you.
Suzanne, you're the last one standing from my time on council.
Yes.
And it's amazing how fast that happens, but you and I know it was not supposed to happen as fast as it did this time. And because of your love of this city and your experience, I'm confident that you will do a good job in making the transition to a brand-new council, well, Cardi's been on for a while, but seamless. And I think that you have a good bunch of people here, and I think the city's in good hands. Congratulations on your re-election. Thank you.
Thank you. Does anyone else wish to be heard at this time? Mr. Guastella.
Hello, my name is Phil Guastella. I'm a resident of Spindler and Eastpointe. I spoke earlier at the previous meeting to the people that were at the table prior to election and have returned, and I still congratulate Michael and the mayor for their re-elections and Cardi for being here. And I did wanted to publicly applaud Mr. Marion and Ms. Lucido for their election. I am confident that they will do a good job. As Ms. Kleinfeld just said, that you know, there's good leadership here with experience and a good group of people that are alongside of her, and I think that they will carry on some of them, or many of the things that we have started and built on the past 6-8 years, and I'm looking forward to that. This council is a lucky council because it's coming into probably one of the best situations of any city for certain in the county and perhaps even throughout the state of Michigan. We have done a lot of the hard work already, and many of the cities are envious of what we've accomplished. So you're coming at a great time. We're on solid financial and fiscal grounds. So the only thing I can say to all of you is, don't mess it up. Thank you.
Does anyone else wish to be heard at this time? Anyone else? All right, seeing none, the first hearing of the public is closed. We have no minutes to approve, no scheduled hearings or unfinished business, or reports from administration. So we'll move on to new business, and the first item is the election of the mayor pro tem in accordance with Section 7, Chapter 3 of the city charter. Do we have any motion? I'm allowed to make a motion. I would like to move to appoint Michael Kleinfeld as the mayor pro tem. Do I have support?
Support?
Please call the roll.
Mayor Pixley,
Yes.
Councilperson Lucido,
Yes.
Councilperson Kleinfeld,
Yes.
Councilperson Marion,
Yes.
Councilperson DeMonico.
Yes.
Thank you.
And item B is the appointment by City Council of the city representative and the alternate to the Southeast Macomb Sanitary District and the Disposal Authority. Currently, I'm the representative, and Michael Kleinfeld has been serving as the alternate, and we both have been going to meetings together. So we would need a motion.
I'd make a motion to reappoint both to the same position.
Do we have support?
Support.
And item C is the please call the roll. Yeah. you
It's
can
an
write.
exciting night.
You can write.
Councilperson Marion,
Yes.
Councilperson DeMonico,
Yes.
Councilperson Kleinfeld,
Yes.
Mayor Pixley,
Yes.
Councilperson Lucido.
Yes.
The council also gets to appoint a voting member to the Library Commission, so I would be entertain a motion for that appointment.
I'd like to nominate Sarah Lucido for the voting member to the Library Commission.
Do we have
Second
support?
that.
Do we have support? Please call the roll.
Councilperson DeMonico,
Yes.
Councilperson Marion,
Yes.
Mayor Pixley,
Yes.
Councilperson Lucido,
Yes.
Councilperson Kleinfeld.
Yes.
Item D is the designation by City Council to the Michigan Municipal League Legislative Coordinator. This is a position that Mr. Duchesne has been doing in the past, and I have in the past been, because of the mayor position, been appointed as a delegate, and Mr. Duchesne served as the alternate, but we can also utilize the mayor pro tem in that position. So I would entertain a motion for that designation.
Support?
Just to clarify, you want to do
We have a coordinator,
a delegate and a,
delegate, and an alternate to the MML.
okay.
So we are,
And we have to
Well-
renew that at a later time as well, just before the convention. We also
Okay.
do it one more time.
so we need a legislative coordinator be named and an alternate for the principal for the league to have that one as the contact for legislative functions. As the mayor stated, she's going to get it as mayor just because of the nature of the position. And then council will designate somebody as the legislative coordinator to also receive that. So,
Okay. I guess I can just make a motion to
Yes.
appoint myself as coordinator for the MML.
Support.
Support? Please call the roll.
Councilperson Kleinfeld,
Yes.
Councilperson DeMonico,
Yes.
Mayor Pixley,
Yes.
Councilperson Lucido,
Yes.
and Councilperson Marion.
Yes.
So then there's designation by mayor of council liaisons to various boards and commissions. And the first one, I believe, because of the time limitation on Cardi, on the Eastpointe Housing Authority, is that available for you to make a 10 a.m. meeting at all?
I wouldn't be, that's a bad day of the week, Wednesday. It's like the
Okay.
one day I for sure have to be in the
Is
office,
there-
can't work
that's
from home,
difficult for
so.
you?
Yes.
So let's just leave that one for.
I could do it.
You can do it. All right,
I don't work.
all right. Well,
I had you down. I'll motion to, or wait, no, that's for you, right, Ms. Pixley? You're,
it's my, yeah.
Yeah, these are mayor designations to liaisons of the
So
council.
I would like to appoint then John Marion to the Eastpointe Housing Authority. In the DDA, I'd like to appoint Cardi to that.
I accept.
Now, do we vote on these, or is it just,
These are designations by the mayor to
Okay.
attend the various boards.
okay.
In the Planning Commission, I would like to appoint John Marion to that. And then also because, John, you've been serving on RARE, and that was an appointment, I'd like for you to continue on that position.
Okay.
Some of these other items that were identified on the list that you had, one is the Metro Matters, which is the former Michigan Suburbs Alliance. Both Steve and I are on that board, and I'm not sure whether we're going to continue with that, so I'd rather just wait and see. But there is a mayor millennial position on that. I would just like to see what's going to happen, because Metro Matters is really evolving right now. Would you agree with that?
I think that's wise. We may have volunteers in its new form to participate.
And they did change, there's not really representatives like myself and Mr. Pete Hayden, where they kind of even changed that. There's not even like specific designations from each city.
Well, we may,
So-
but we don't know what they're doing with the mayor millennial group yet, so we'll wait on that. On beautification, I think, Sarah, when I heard and read your literature, and also with Cardi, I think that both of you have an emphasis of improving our neighborhoods dramatically. And so we've talked a little bit, I talked it over with Steve, and I think this is going to be a really important commission in the next few years, because we need to really work on improving our neighborhoods, getting people out there and getting involved. And I'd like to see both of you serve on that, if possible. And that's in the evening on a Thursday, so I think that would be possible with your family responsibility.
Yep.
And I think as we go on our tour and things like that, we'll see a lot of other things that we can evolve with that. All right. Macro is the organization that's here, the Macomb Area Communities for Regional Opportunities, and that's mayors and managers. But, you know, as mayor, if I'm not available, then Steve usually is one of us is a voting delegate, and the other one is the alternate.
And I'll actually become chairperson of Macro this next year, so I can still serve as your alternate, or if you want to appoint a council person as alternate too, it's either way.
But I would invite anybody that has the opportunity to go to one of the macro meetings. It's very impressive to see. We have expanded that group now, so it's representational of almost every single community in Macomb County. And in fact, this week, Washington Township is the host. We've been rotating to different communities. But it's really good to see how the groups come together and find out what's happening in each of the cities and come together and make some solid statements related to the policies that are established.
That's a 2:00 meeting?
It's a 2:00 meeting.
That kind of narrows the list.
It narrows the list, yeah, it does. And SEMCOG, both Cardi and Michael work right downtown by SEMCOG. So currently, I'm the representative, but there are all kinds of SEMCOG universities and programs and so forth. I'm no longer on the executive committee, but I sit on the Transportation Alternative Program and some other things. So when a meeting comes up that I think is going to be of interest to the entire council, I would invite both of you, because you're down there. Most of the meetings, Sarah, are in the morning before 12 noon. But quarterly, there are meetings, and there are multiple cities that have everybody on their council attend these meetings, and they're really good. The General Assembly won't happen again until sometime in the spring. So I think that's all. Is that right?
So,
Did you have anything you wanted to ask, or? Okay. All right, then we have no payroll and bills, and we just have a hearing of the public remaining. So is anyone in the audience wish to be heard at this time? No one? All right, seeing none, the second hearing of the public is closed, and we'll move to mayor and council reports. So for the very first time, we can start with our mayor pro tem, Michael Kleinfeld.
I just want to say congratulations and welcome to Councilman Lucido and Councilwoman Lucido and Councilman Marion. I look forward to working with you. And congratulations
Thank you.
for your victory, too.
So, Councilwoman Lucido.
I just want to say, I want to thank everyone who came out to vote on Election Day. I appreciate the overwhelming support that I received, and I also want to thank my family for supporting me and congratulate Mayor Pixie on re-election. and I'm excited to work with all of you. I'm very excited to be up here, and I hope that I do a good job for everyone. Thanks.
I'm sure you will. All right. Cardy.
All right, thank you, Madam Mayor. Again, congratulations to everyone. Congratulations, Councilwoman Lucido, Councilman Marion, and Mayor Pixley again. Councilman Kleinfeld, Mayor Pro Tem Kleinfeld. Whew, felt like a tongue twister just now with all those. Congratulations again. This seems like a great group, and like resident Phil Gastella said, I think we're we're on a good footing, and we just gotta bring Eastpointe to the next level. I think we the hardest parts we don't have to worry about, and just need to bring Eastpointe to the next level. And just a couple quick things to mention. Just Deck the Halls again. Mention here is on Wednesday, 5:30 Eastpointe Manor, and $30 a ticket. If you haven't got it yet, go to it. And just a couple other political events here. The Board of Commissioners are meeting Thursday also at 7 p.m., 9th floor of the Administration Building in Mount Clemens. And then, as it's been hard for me to even keep up, there is a Republican presidential debate tomorrow at 6 and 9. They do the two separate ones again. And then Saturday, there's a Democratic presidential debate at 9 p.m. And that's all I had, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. Mr. Marion.
Madam Mayor, thank you. Again, congratulations to all, to reiterate that again. I'd like to thank the voters, and Phil, I promise we won't forget. That's going to be our slogan. Phil, we remembered. With that, I'm looking forward to this. I'm pretty excited about the opportunity to be able to serve the community, and we'll get on with it. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, I have to say, thank you to all the people that came out to vote for me. I really appreciate it. I really appreciated the people that did come out to vote. And I want to congratulate everybody that's been elected. Mr. Kleinfeld, it was an outstanding election.
Thank you.
And Sarah and John, what a great job you all did. So I look forward to this council. I was very, very positive when we went to the meeting the other day. I think that's a great start, and we'll continue to do that. And that's all, because we do have a closed session tonight, so I will entertain a motion to go into closed session. Since everybody went to that meeting, we all know how to do this. Who would like to do this motion?
Too new.
Do you want to?
Sure. All right, Madam Mayor, I'll motion to move into closed session for collective bargaining strategy pursuant to MCL 15.268, Section C.
Support.
We have support. Please call the roll.
Councilperson DeMonico.
Yes.
Councilperson Kleinfeld.
Yes.
Councilperson Lucido.
Yes.
Councilperson Marion.
Yes.
Mayor Pixley.
Yes.